Hi everybody, my name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach and I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse. So today I want to talk about side effects of the twin flame journey. The reason I was guided to this is very synchronistic. So I was going through my files the other day and I was only going into my files to get a folder that I wanted to reuse. I had no intention of going through my files because there was just too much paperwork. But my cardigan got caught in the file and the file ended up falling all over the floor. Now, a few weeks ago, I would have cursed and I would have just picked up the files and just put them back. But I didn't even curse. I just looked at the files and I was like, obviously I need to read something here. So I decided to go through all my paperwork. And it turns out that was all the paperwork, all the research I'd done on twin flames back in 2020, 2021, maybe late 2019. I'd taken lots of notes on this. And it's so synchronistic because over the last few weeks, I found quotes that I've written and I found information about the twin flame journey that I'd written a couple of years ago. And it was like my past self was writing them for my future self. Because when I was writing them, none of it made sense to me. I was only at the start of my journey, didn't really make any sense. But now that I'm reading all these quotes and all this information on the twin flame journey, it's like my mind is blown because it's like I wrote them for me now. Because they all make sense now. And it's mind blowing. It's absolutely mind blowing. And it's so synchronistic as well because I thought my twin flame journey was over. And, I walked away from it. I detached from it last year. And it's only in the last about a month, I'd say, that I reconnected with my twin telepathically on 5D. So now for me to find all these things again or be guided to read through my files and see all this information again is proof that there's something big happening on the spiritual realm. And it's proof as well that I'm here to guide others. So with the side effects of the twin flame journey, I came across a list of them. I had to write them out again because my writing back then was so messy. But I was looking through them and my mind was blown because when I wrote these, none of it, as I said, none of it made sense. None of it at all. And some of them you wouldn't want to make sense because, they're things that you wouldn't want to change in your life. They're life changes that you go through in your life through spiritual awakening and through the twin flame journey. Now, some of these side effects are connected to spiritual awakening as well, which is synchronistic because your twin flame can trigger your spiritual awakening, or you can already be going through it. But some of these side effects are, as I said, connected to your twin flame journey and your spiritual journey. But some of them are very specific to the twin flame journey. And I'm going to go through some of them with you because, as I said, they're just crazy how when I wrote these, I didn't really think any of them could happen because, they were just so far-fetched or they were so out of my comfort zone. So the first one is you might lose a couple of friends. Now, at the time, I obviously didn't want this to happen. I'm still regretful of that happening. I'm still upset that happened, but it actually did happen. At the time of writing this, I had a very, very big group of friends and I love them still. But because of different vibrational levels and because I was changing, I had to walk away from them. So I have actually had to let go of the majority of my friends in my physical circle. So that is very synchronistic. And as I said, when I wrote that, I never expected it to happen. But because we're on a spiritual journey and because a lot of people don't understand our journey, we are going to have to walk away from certain friends. And that is unfortunate. But it just has to happen because if we don't move forward, we can't better ourselves to be of guidance or help to humanity. Like if we stayed stuck in that 3D world, we would not have been able to grow. So, as much as I appreciated those people, I had to move on. But as I said, when I wrote this, it was something I never ever thought would happen. But unfortunately, it had to. So we have to be prepared for that on our spiritual journey or on our twin flame journey, that we are going to lose certain friends. And actually, this is synchronistic with the next one is you'll either break or drastically limit your time with certain family members. Now, I only really had 2 family members in my physical reality and I never thought that I would detach from them. But unfortunately, that has happened as well because of toxic energy, of negative energy, of low vibrational energy. I had to walk away from family members as well. Now, this is very hurtful to this day because it breaks my heart that I don't have them in my life, but this has to happen as well. So during your spiritual journey or your twin flame journey, you may have to walk away from certain family members as well, which is very unfortunate, but it is beneficial for you to grow. So the next one is you will most definitely change your line of work. Now this is a fact, because when you're on a spiritual journey or twin flame journey, you tend to start to feel very uncomfortable in the mundane, the 9 to 5, the irregular job, because it's not in alignment with your soul. You will start to pursue a path towards your soul mission or your soul purpose. Now, I had a few different jobs from the start of my spiritual awakening, but it's only in the last couple of years that I've discovered my soul mission as a life coach and as a guide for humanity. So therefore, I've been pursuing that. So on your twin flame or your spiritual journey, you will get this urge, this urge that you're here for more, this divine knowing that you're here for more, that you're here for more than that 9 to 5 job. You're here for more than working for that narcissistic boss. You're here to create change in this world. And until you actually break free from that, you will continue to get this agitation, kind of, that you're in the wrong situation and in the wrong circumstance. So you will definitely change your line of work and pursue your soul mission on your spiritual or twin flame journey. So you develop zero tolerance for any negativity or drama. And that's the thing. And that's why we walk away from certain family members or friends, is because we can't actually be around low vibrational energy. It actually sucks the life out of us. It sucks our life force energy, because we try to help people. We're very empathic. And on a spiritual journey, all we want to do is help others. But when we're around low vibrational or toxic or negative energy, we take on that energy and it actually depletes us. It makes us feel ill. So we actually have to, that's why we have to detach from certain people, is because we can't handle it. We can't handle the bitterness or the jealousy of other people as well. Like I can't handle it. I just can't. Oh my God. This is one of the reasons I had to walk away from my dad, is because even when somebody came on the television, he would start bitching and badmouthing about a person on television. And you're like, you don't even know this person. You can't just speak ill of people. Like it was like an internal slap to my soul every time I hear somebody bitch about somebody else or speak ill or gossip. And that's another reason you have to leave those 9 to 5 jobs. The gossip in those jobs is disgusting. From men and women. It doesn't matter who you work with. There's always bad mouth, there's always bitching, and it really depletes your soul. You have to walk away from negativity. I hate it. Oh Jesus, why? There's no reason to speak ill of people. There's just no reason. There's no reason to be bitter. We're all here for the same power. We're here to support each other. So, that's why we have to walk away from certain people, because being around that toxic, negative energy is just, it's soul destroying. It's really soul destroying. So that's another reason why you walk away from certain family members and stuff. And there's a chance you'll move home. And that's synchronistic for people who are living in cities, or living with karmic partners, or living with parents or whatever that they need to detach from. Like, thankfully, I've been lucky enough to be living out in the countryside in a lovely, peaceful sanctuary, as I call it, since before my spiritual journey. So I didn't have to move, because I have my peace and quiet here. But a lot of people will have to move from the hustle and bustle of the city life to the countryside, or will have to move away from certain people, family members, friends, or environments that no longer suit them. So moving house is something that a lot of people will do on their spiritual journey or their twin flame journey, if they're not in the right place. And as I said, thank fuck I'm in the right place, because I've had the peace and quiet here. Like, the reason I've been able to heal so much is because I live, I live in the countryside, and I have that peace and quiet. I live with 2 dogs, so there's no one here to place doubt in my mind. I have that peace. And that's what we crave for on a spiritual journey, is the peace and the quiet we crave, so that we can heal our souls. And that's the thing, like, nature is so good for your soul, But being in the city, being around all that loud noise, that energy, you take that on. As you become more spiritual, you can feel that energy more. So being in a city or being around, like even if you're not in the same house as people, but your house is beside other people's houses, you can feel that energy because you're getting more spiritual, and you will feel this guidance to move to somewhere more tranquil or more peaceful. So that is very synchronistic of both the spiritual journey and the twin flame journey. The next one is you start looking younger, you lose weight, and you get fit. And that's a fact. Like, you know, I remember reading a few years ago that, you know, you won't eat meat and all this kind of stuff. I used to work in a meat factory, and steak was my favorite food. I was like, I'm never going to give up steak. I am now vegan. I do exercise in the morning. I meditate. I am fitter and younger and healthier than I've ever been in my life. I take vitamins. I eat mainly vegetables, as I said, and vegan food. And I am more conscious of what I eat now. I'm a lot more healthier than I've ever been. And I was very unhealthy. And like, you know, it's slowly but surely changing over the years. And it's like, even this year is probably the most healthiest I've been, because I'm vegan probably about a year now, but I was still eating a lot of junk food and snacks at the weekends and stuff. Now I've cut out all chocolate and snacks as well. And I'm more conscious about everything I eat. Like, I eat fruit now if I want something sweet. So this is mind blowing for me as well, because when I obviously, you know, wrote that, because the next one says alcohol and drugs would become a thing of the past. So with the food I was eating back then, when I wrote this, and I was just about to give up alcohol. I was getting the guidance to give up alcohol back then, but I was still taking drugs occasionally. And I didn't think it would ever happen that I could cut out everything. And now I don't take any substances. I don't even smoke tobacco, and you know, I'm eating so much healthier. So like, it's crazy. Like, and I remember, like, I think it's actually, I'm thinking back now, it was about 10 months, I think, after recognizing my twin that I gave up alcohol. You know, or I got the guidance to give up alcohol. And this was with the help of meditation as well. Like, but it's not long after you start your spiritual journey, or you recognize your twin flame, that you actually start to make these better changes for yourself. Now, obviously, you know, there has been relapses, I suppose, if you're with the wrong people and stuff. But, you know, you are slowly but surely ascending, and you're slowly getting better and better as you grow and change. But I haven't, like, say the first 2 years, say 2020 and 2021, I still had the odd drink with friends, and I'd have a glass of champagne to celebrate, or a shot. But since 2022, this time in 2022 was the last time I ever drank any alcohol. There's no alcohol to touch these lips in 2 years, and there never will. And I'm off the cigarettes over a year now as well, and the drugs nearly 2 years as well. Do you know? So yeah, so you will be guided to give up certain foods, certain substances. You will just become a healthier version. You'll start to realize when you start to feel healthier, you won't go back. And like, you know, I said in a video a while ago, like, I decided to treat myself for my birthday, so I bought loads of snacks, and my body felt like shit after I ate those snacks. So it was a warning, it was a reminder to me that I didn't want snacks. Because before I bought the snacks, I was kind of feeling victim mentality, thinking, oh, I need snacks, I want treats. Do you know, why can't I have treats? Do you know, a little bit like angry at the universe for making me healthy. And then when my body reacted to eating unhealthily, I was like, okay, the treat is the healthy body. Feeling good in my body and not feeling sick after eating sweets, or feeling heartburn or indigestion or digestive issues. That is the treat. Feeling healthy is beautiful compared to what I used to feel when I actually ate shitty food or put shitty substances into my body. Now, so the next couple are more related to the twin flame journey than they are to actually spiritual journey. So once you taste twin flame love, you'll never settle for 3D surrogates. It is very common for twin flames to abstain from relationships until they can be with their twin. Now, I recognized my twin in 2019, and I had the month before I was dating, still up until the month before I was still dating, and I was kind of contemplating getting into a relationship with this guy I'd known for about 2 months. But there was red flags. He was toxic. He was a karmic relationship. And once I learned my lesson from that karmic relationship, less than a month later, the universe allowed me to recognize my twin. And after that, I haven't actually had a relationship, and I have no intention of having a relationship. That's where the next one comes in. You're likely to become a born-again virgin. Many twins, especially the divine feminine, find themselves being sexually repulsed by anyone other than the divine masculine. Superficial sex just loses its charm, and once you have felt the depth of the connection that is possible in the twin flame relationship. And even if you haven't had physical intimacy with your twin flame, if it's just been astral liaisons, you don't feel that need for superficial sex. And in 4 years of knowing who my twin flame was, I've only had 2 brief encounters. Once was 2 years ago, and once was last year. No, once was 3 years ago, and once was last year. Do you know what I mean? And I have no interest, these were parts of my karmic lessons, but I have no real urge to date. I have no need to date. And this is the kind of thing you can't talk about with friends and family, because I remember telling friends years ago that when I first recognized my twin, that I no longer had that urge to be with somebody superficial, because you start to see sex as sacred. You start to see it as something beyond worldly. You see it as otherworldly. So you don't get that need, that superficial need for human touch anymore, because you're getting your desires met on the 5D in a spiritual way. And I know that sounds a bit woo-woo for some people, but it is real, because when I used to be single years ago, I was, I did have fun. I had casual sex. But when I recognized, after I made the decision to walk away from karmic situations, I was allowed to recognize my twin. But I decided before that I wanted to wait for something special, because I didn't want that superficial. I didn't want to attract another narcissist, to be honest with you. I wanted to find somebody, real. And that's when I was allowed to recognize my twin flame. And as I said, in the last 4 years, I've had 2 very brief encounters, which have been soul lessons for me. They've been karmic lessons for me. But I have no urge for that. And let people think what they want, because we've been led by society to think you need to have sex, or you need to not be single, or people used to laugh at you if you didn't have sex in a long time, or go, Jesus, it's been 6 months, you better get back on the horse. Do you know, that kind of way? Whereas now, when you realize how deep the spiritual connection is with your twin flame, you don't need that. And you meet him on the 5D, and there is astral sex, and there's astral connections, which has given me more satisfaction than any 3D experience ever has. So why would you go for superficial sex when it's shit compared to soul sex? Why would you? Why, especially when it makes you feel grubby or shitty afterwards. So that's why twin flames tend to wait, especially the divine feminine, tend to wait until their divine masculine is ready. So number 10 here is, this is connected to your spiritual journey as well. You will embrace your woo-woo side and start sharing your spiritual gifts. So your telepathy will get stronger with your twin flame. You will get more connected to your spiritual gifts. They become louder. And your telepathic connection is something that will develop very loudly for your twin flame journey. And even if you were reserved before, or very 3D in your mindset, if you were closed off, or if you were conditioned, then you still start to embrace your spirituality. You start to embrace your spiritual side. And you start not being, you stop being afraid of what people think. So I share my story with everyone. I really will. I don't care. I don't care what people think now. Do you know, I'm happy enough in my own skin, and I know my truth. So I'm okay sharing my story and my truth with others. And you'll no longer be led by your ego, you'll be led by your soul. So you'll start to make decisions based on your intuition, not based on superficiality, not based on society's happiness. You will start to listen to your intuition, listen to your soul, listen to your divine guidance, listen to your angels, and listen to your spirituality. This is where you will start to to head down your path. You will stop listening to the lies of the ego, the fear-based mind, and that superficiality. You'll just start to embrace the truth within your soul, the truth that's within all of us. And our spiritual abilities will enhance as we spiritually awaken, because this is how we always were. But because of society's brainwashing, we have been led to not embrace our true gifts and our true powers. But with a twin flame journey, or with the spiritual journey, our powers will enhance. Our truth will come out. What was buried deep within us for generations is now coming to the surface. And we'll start to embrace that. We'll start to be proud of it. We'll start to know this is a part of our divine mission to spread humanity, or spread this word, spread this guidance, and throughout humanity, spread this truth throughout humanity. So you will embrace who you truly are. You will start to find your divine mission. And that is the whole point of the twin flame journey, is to find true love within yourself, love yourself unconditionally, love everything and everyone around you unconditionally. And your divine mission then is to spread love throughout this planet. So that's what it is all about. And then when you both have healed, you will come together in divine union and share a divine mission to help humanity on this planet. And that's it. You just need trust. And it is unfortunate that you have to walk away from certain people to follow your true path. It is heartbreaking. I still love those people so much. I love my family. I love my friends so much, but I just cannot be in that energy anymore. So we just have to embrace our truth. We have to make these hard decisions to follow our true path and follow our true mission. And once we do, we will be divinely protected and divinely rewarded. So thank you so much for listening today. And if this resonates, please like and share. And if you want help in your journey, please book me for a discovery call today. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.